Hey guys, Amanda here, today with 3 tips I have for choosing a rooftop tent. Little background, rooftop tents are really becoming more and more popular options for car camping or overnights at the trailhead, such as before a long backpacking trip or anything that necessitates an alpine start. And especially useful for those situations in which your vehicle is too small to sleep in, but you may find that space for setting up a tent is extremely limited, whether due to too many people or poor weather, sloping ground, etc. So, hopping into how to choose the right rooftop tent for you, first you want to look at the different pros of a rooftop tent. So, maybe why you would want to choose one over a traditional tent option. Rooftop tents are going to generally be much easier to set up. They offer overall durable construction, especially for foul weather conditions when compared to a traditional tent. And also more options for where you can camp. So pretty much anywhere you can park your car on a relatively flat surface will work for a rooftop tent, whereas a traditional tent requires a little bit more surface area for setting up in proper conditions, such as free of widow-making trees, for example. Some of the cons to using a rooftop tent, though, predominantly the first one being the high cost. So these are not, a cheap investment. So it's definitely going to be more for those of you who use it very frequently or frequently camp in foul weather, for example. Other downsides include anything basically associated with attaching something to your vehicle's roof, such as a decrease in aerodynamics, especially when you're driving down the highway, which can result in a little bit higher fuel costs, as well as the installation process itself can be a little bit tricky depending on the type that you choose and how handy you are. So while the setup will be easy long term, the initial installation may be a little bit more complicated. Third tip, how do you choose the right rooftop tent for you? First and foremost, you want to check how heavy the tent is and if your vehicle and roof rack can handle that much weight. Then you'll want to check your tent's compatibility as far as installation goes with the roof rack setup you have, and look at whether you need to invest in some different aftermarket components or not. Other things to keep in mind include the tent's durability and waterproofing components, and also whether a hard top or a soft style is going to be right for you, just depending on your specific needs. So quickly to recap a few tips I have for choosing a rooftop tent for those of you interested in possibly pursuing that type of camping. Some of the pros include the easy setup, durable construction, and the ability to withstand extremely foul weather in comparison to traditional tents. As well as more options for where you can camp. Ideally, you can camp anywhere that you can park your vehicle, at least, on a sort of flat surface. The cons include the high upfront cost and general downsides with affixing structures to your vehicle's roof, such as decreased aerodynamics, increased fuel costs, etc. Typically, these won't be as much of an issue if you really take advantage of the pros that rooftop tent camping have to offer. And finally, how to choose the right rooftop tent for you will depend on how heavy the tent is, combined with how much weight your vehicle can hold, and also your tent's compatibility with the roof rack on your vehicle. So that may mean having to invest in some aftermarket roof rack components or something like that. Other things to keep in mind would include the durability of the tent's material, as well as its waterproofing, and whether a hard top or a soft style is more ideal for you. So I'd love to hear any other tips you might have on this kind of unique but I think important subject in our growing camping style world, or if one of these tips in particular was really useful to you. And as always, leave any questions or feedback in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like connecting with other outdoor enthusiasts, you should definitely consider checking out Summit. Summit is a social network that brings together adventure junkies from all around the world to exchange stories, share advice, and inspire each other. You might even make some new friends too. It's kind of like Facebook for outdoorsy people, but with better privacy, no ads, no spam, and tons of extras. You can join Summit by going to summit.theadventurejunkies.com or by clicking the link in the description below. You can find me in Summit too, so be sure to say hi when you join.